Today on Leafscope, how did the Sabres win? Where did the Leafs offense disappear to? And who should get a chance to help them? Welcome to Leafscope. I'm your host, Peter Bojarinov. With the Leafs leading 1-0 halfway through the game, Buffalo blocked some really important shots and clawed their way to victory, winning 3-1. Trending now, where's the Leafs offense? Kessel and JVR have not been the same since moving JVR to center. I think it's time to cancel that experiment. Leafs only have 4 goals in the last 5 games. It's bad. Time for the Rocks and Stars. Let's go with the Rocks. Paul Ranger. He just had some really bad coverage today. First goal, Franzen, I think, was on the left side covering D. He's on the right side covering D. Then he switches up for no reason and goes onto the left side as well. Leafs ought to come right into the right side, get the puck, and score an easy goal. As well, he's caught flat foot on the second goal totally. They get a 2-on-1 chance, and they score again. Just some bad defensive coverage, and I think he had a few turnovers and a really bad penalty as well. Also, the Leafs offense. Just invisible, especially in the first. They picked up the pace a little bit as the game went on, but it wasn't enough. The power play needs to play better and finish on their chances. Clarkson and the defense really need to step up and put it into another gear. Franzen he hasn't been well offensively, specifically in the last few games. He just needs to get more into those open lanes and get his shot off on the net and put it on the net. He's got a lot of skill, so he's got to do it. Leafs need to crash the net and just stay off the perimeter, and that will help with the offense. And the Stars. McClement, Smithson, and Kuhlman all had a pretty good, solid game tonight. They kept the puck in the Sabres zone almost every shift, and they cycled pretty well. The only problem is Smithson and McClement don't have much offensive talent, so it's tough, especially when Kuhlman's setting them up for a few chances, and they're not finishing. It's not for a lack of trying. So that's rough when only these are the guys that are playing well tonight. The hustle of the night has to go to Jonathan Bernier, one of the few guys that played hard all night long. He was pretty good, and you can't blame him at all for the 2 goals. And he also made 3 huge saves in the first. Good game for Bernier. The impact of the game has to be the Sabres' shot blocking. Wow, they were amazing. Easily beating the Leafs 16-4 in that stat category. They made some huge ones. Scott in the first, a big one. Myers, 2 solid ones in the second. And an important one by Ehrhoff late in the game, 44 seconds. JVR with a great chance, and he blocks it. Huge. And that's an integral part of why the Sabres won tonight. My recommendations: not only does JVR need to go back to the wing, but also for Nikolai Kuhlman to get some chances on the second line or on the power play. He has yet to see any real action on either of those 2 lines. And you can't blame him for not scoring if he isn't, when he's playing with defensive players and getting less ice time, especially on the third line. It's tough. He needs to get those chances, and then he probably will start producing a little bit at least, and that gets his feet moving more, and he'll try even harder. But he also needs to shoot more and drive to the net. Again, if you have any questions for Leafscope, tweet Leafscope or email leafscope@gmail.com. Again, thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Leafscope, Leafscope.